Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Ateeb and you are watching YouTube channel Ateeb Explains. Today we will be studying the one of the most important topic of atomic habits. The topic is the four laws of behavior change. This law is about breaking bad habits and creating good ones. Good habits can be created by these four laws that are explained by James Clear in Atomic Habits. The first law is Q, which is make it obvious. What that means? When you want to create a good habit, for example, you want to create a habit to go for a run in the morning. So you have to make a Q. Q Q is a trigger of habit or some behavior. Means you put your running shoes and tracksuit next to your bed. So whenever you wake up, you see them, and your brain will give you signal to go for running. That is the first law of behavior change. That is making a cue, and this means make your behavior obvious. Now let's move to second law. Second law is craving. Make it attractive. What does means? Craving. That craving is a desire in the mind. The desire which is generated when you see the cue. Mean when the trigger hits, the desire to do that habit, to perform that behavior. That desire is called craving, and that should be attractive. Means when you put your joggers, you put your running shoes next to your bed, when you wake up you first see them, that attracts you to go for running. That is the second law of behavior change. Now third law is response. Make it easy. In order to respond to that cue and craving, you have to make your task easy. You cannot set your running that first it is your first day. You put your shoes, you make a queue, you have craving, but now tasks must not be big. If the task is big, like you said first day I will go for 2 kilometer jog, that is very difficult for you on the first day. So you just make the target that you will go for only 1 kilometer or 500 meters, whatever you can do it easily. So that is the third law. Make it easy. Now fourth law is reward. Make it satisfying. What is mean? It means that when you perform your habit, when you do that certain task, you reward yourself, you make yourself satisfied. For example, when you go for running, you came back after run, you are very happy, you should celebrate that. Whenever you go for run, you completed your task. This is the first step for establishing a habit. You must celebrate it in order to make it a regular habit, because that is the nature of the human, that when we perform some task and we find it satisfying, and we have certain dopamine rise, that helps in repeating that process. So that's why you must reward yourself. The reward in this example could be anything, like check mark days on the calendar. That will be reward for you to make a streak on that calendar, that you are going for running for how much days. That is a reward. So that's the four laws of creating good habits, the four laws of behavior change. And exactly like this, we can also break bad habits by using these laws in inverse. Like the first law of breaking bad habits is the inverse of first law of creating good habits. Like first inverse of first law Q is make it invisible. For creating a good habit, you made the cue visible and obvious. But while breaking that bad habit, you must make it invisible. Like a bad habit, for example, you want to skip smoking, you want to quit smoking. To make it invisible, you can do that: stop buying the cigarettes. You stop buying the cigarette and don't meet the friends who smoke, so that you don't see someone smoking, and the trigger, and you will not be triggered to smoke. Just like we made the cue in creating good habit, So when we see our joggers, we our mind produces urge, our mind produces desire to go for a jog. Likewise, we make cigarettes invisible from our life, and when we don't see, our mind will not be triggered to smoke. And second law will be inverse of the second law of creating good habits. That's craving. Make it unattractive. You can make cigarette unattractive by studying about the disadvantages of smoking, studying about the diseases that are caused by the smoking, and etc. And you can, not only for cigarettes, I am just giving example, you can use these laws, you can use these methods in every aspect of your life. Now third law is the inverse of third law, response. Make it difficult. Making the smoking difficult is like you just tell everybody that you don't smoke, you are not a smoker. Then when everybody is around you or someone is saying, you will hesitate to smoke because you said that you quit smoking, and now you have to prove yourself, so that it will be difficult for you to smoke in front of anyone or even when you are alone. That Similarly, the fourth law will be reverse of this law. Reward unsatisfying. Make it unsatisfying. Don't smoke, but whenever you see someone is smoking, you should stop him or tell him that are feeling you are not feeling good from the smoke, or whatever you can say. Just make it unsatisfying. Just as you may as you rewarded yourself while creating good habit, but after performing a task, you have to make this the task you have to make that bad habit unsatisfying. Now we can also learn this or understand the breaking bad habits laws by another example. For example, you want to skip or you want to quit the late night bad habit of scrolling on Instagram or any social media apps. What you can do is, first, make it invisible. Put your phone in another room or outside of your bedroom. This will make your phone invisible from you, and you will not be able to reach your phone easily. And the second law of craving, make it unattractive. You can make it your doom scrolling unattractive by just knowing the circumstances you are facing. When you doom scroll late night, you sleep late night, but you have to wake up early, you will feel tired whole day, your eyes will be swollen, you will feel redness, irritation in your eyes, and many more disadvantages you will face while doing this bad habit. So make it unattractive like this. Now the third law, response, will be make it difficult. You can make it difficult for you to scroll, like when, like, lock your social media apps with a very long password. So whenever you reach your phone, you try to open the apps, it will require a long password, which is not easy for every time you uh, reach out your phone, open it, and have to type a very long sentence. This will demotivate you and make it difficult for you to scroll your Instagram or various social media apps, and it will also save your time, and you can also use that time in something constructive. Now get to fourth law. Fourth law, make it unsatisfying. Yeah, you can do this by keeping record of your screen time of your phone. Whenever you see your past screen times, it may be high, it it will be high, but whenever you stop scrolling, you stop wasting your time in those useless apps, then it will reduce your screen time. That can keep you motivated and reward you. So that was the fourth laws of behavior changing. Let us recall the whole lecture. The four laws of behavior change are described in Atomic Habits by James Clear. In this four laws, he tells us about the laws to create good habits, and we can also use these same four laws to break our bad habits. The four laws of creating good habits is a cue, craving, response, and reward. Cue is making it obvious, making your behavior obvious, and craving is making it attractive, while response is making it easy, and the reward is satisfy, means make your behavior satisfying. And likewise, we can use these four laws for breaking bad habits by making that invisible, making that behavior unattractive, making that behavior difficult, and by making that behavior unsatisfying. By applying these four laws in everyday life again and again, we can make our behaviors habits, and we can also create good habits and also eliminate bad habits. This was the lecture about four laws of behavior change by Muhammad Atif. Thank you for watching.